All right, so joint ventures in real estate are a phenomenal way to do more with less in real estate. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what is a joint venture in real estate. All right, so welcome back. In this episode, I'm gonna be first telling you what is a joint venture, and then I'm gonna tell you why you wanna do a joint venture, and then by the end of this video, you're gonna be a joint venture machine. All right, so let's first talk about what is like the layman terms, what is an example of a joint venture. So first I'm gonna tell you what is a joint venture. So a joint venture is, say for instance, me and John are gonna do a real estate deal together. I'm a real estate tycoon. I've been doing real estate forever, and John is just getting started. And John knows his neighbor Betty that wants to sell because Betty is tired of living in the neighborhood. She's tired of, seeing John, her other neighbor. She just doesn't like John, and she wants to get rid of that house for a super good price. John brings me Betty and says, hey, let's figure out a way to buy Betty's house. So me and John go into a joint venture agreement together. We are going to joint venture on this deal. Now John goes and gets Betty's house under contract via purchase agreement, and then me and John sign a joint venture agreement. And I'm going to actually show you, I'm going to break down line by line what I mean by this joint venture agreement. But John and Betty have a relationship. I never would have known Betty, the seller, if it wasn't for John bringing it to me. So that's what we call a joint venture agreement. Short, we're going to call it JV from now on. All right, so one of the absolute best ways that I can show you what is a joint venture agreement or a JV agreement is I'm actually going to break down line by line of exactly a joint venture agreement that I use. And if you stick around to the very end, I promise I'll give you an exact copy of this so you can use it and edit it and however you want to use it. So joint venture agreements have been one of the best ways for me to do deals that wouldn't have actually been available for me. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So at the top, joint venture agreement or JV agreement. This agreement, once signed, will create a joint venture partnership between the two parties or the parties. This is a joint venture, whereas B Buys Land, LLC, that's my company, and Selling Land, LLC, that's the guy that's got this 68 acres under contract that I'm going to joint venture with him. So the reason why he wants to joint venture with me is because I've got multiple buyers looking for 68 acres in this area of Clarksville, Tennessee. Now, obviously, I've changed the names a little bit, changed the address a little bit. This is not the exact address of the property, but when the parties are in together on this 3 lots with a total of 68.32 acre property at 123 Main Street, Clarksville, Tennessee. Parcel ID numbers, there's actually 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. So we get very specific in what we're talking about here. These 3 parcel ID numbers. Here's a taxing district, here's a civil district, and then the neighborhood that is actually in. The Selling Land LLC currently has a contract with the seller of Montgomery County Assessor's Parcel ID. Again, there's the 3 parcel ID numbers again. As a joint venture, B Buys Land LLC agrees to market to their buyers list, my buyers list, on behalf of the Selling Land LLC. In exchange, Selling Land LLC and B Buys Land LLC will split the profits 50-50. So for example, if they've got the property under contract for $100,000 and one of my cash buyers purchased the contract for $200,000, that means there's a $100,000 difference from what they have the property under contract for, and then what my buyer, B Buys Land LLC, has in contact. He's going to buy it for $200,000. So there's a difference of $100,000. So me and Land Selling LLC are going to split that $100,000 50-50. So we'll both get $50,000 each for the property. And then we're going to use the title company in Nashville, Tennessee. So this is where I sign, date, me as B Buys Land, and then Jim Jones as Land Selling LLC, because he's got this property under contract for $100,000. So hopefully this makes sense. This is just if we're going to sign the contract. You can do these for flipping houses. You can do these on rental properties. Just want to make sure the title company gets a copy of this too, just to keep everyone absolutely honest. Now, please run this by your real estate attorney. I'm going to give you a copy of this exact document. If you go below in the description, it's also going to be on the screen. But if you head on over to thelandsharks.com/JV as in joint venture, I'm going to ask you for your name and your email address, and we'll email you a copy of this exact document. So again, that's thelandsharks.com/JV. And I hope this was absolutely beneficial to you. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that big red button saying subscribe, and then make sure you put all notifications and also like this video if it helped you out. Thank you so much. God bless. All right, so I want to talk to you about a joint venture deal we're actually in right now, and we actually just got paid $5,000 from it today. Now, this was free money. A person brought us a house that he had under contract in Pueblo, Colorado. His name is Adam. We're going to do some more deals together, but he has been out there hustling, and he found us on the internet. He found us by seeing our signs and all the marketing, all the money we're spending every single month on marketing, and he said, hey, you guys look awesome. Looks like you're doing deals. I don't have a buyer for this Pueblo house. Would you be interested in blasting it out to your list, or would you buy it from us? We weren't quite interested in buying it, but we did blast it out to our 9,000 plus cash buyers on our list that we're always building and always creating, more hunger, more buyers, more people looking for our deals. So we said, sure. So we went into a joint venture agreement with Mr. Adam saying, hey, Adam, I know you have it under contract for this amount. Let's just call it $100,000 for easy math. And we are going to blast it out for $110,000, where we feel is still a pretty good price to get some pretty good profit on it. So we blasted it out for 110, and ultimately we got it under contract. We got a buyer under contract for 110. So Adam has it under contract for 100,000. He signs a joint venture agreement with us. We're going to split profits 50-50. So we now have a cash buyer buying it from us at 110,000. The difference between 100 and 110 is $10,000. So Adam gets 5,000, we get 5,000. We just got paid today from this exact deal that came to us from completely free. We didn't have to send out a postcard for it. We didn't have to run a TV ad for it or radio ad, none of that stuff. It came to us by doing joint ventures. Now, how do we find more of these? We can go to things like real estate meetups, real estate investor associations. We can call other wholesalers doing business. We can answer those text messages when they say, hey, we'd like to buy your house at 123 Main Street. We can ask them, hey, are you looking to squad up? Are you looking to do joint ventures? We have an established buyers list. Or maybe put yourself on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you can call us today. We are Zek Buys Houses and Zek Buys Land in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. We're always doing joint ventures with people that don't have established buyers lists, and sometimes maybe we'll buy the property from you. So please reach out to us. That's ZekBuysHouses.com or ZekBuysLand.com, and that's spelled Z-E-C-H, BuysHouses.com.